Okay, so it's summertime. The topic of hydration is on top of mind for a lot of athletes, but also coaches and normal people in your gym trying to build muscle, lose fat. I want to talk specifically about what's on your screen here, and this is Liquid IV. So, Liquid IV is probably your most popular electrolyte drink. Most of them come in the stick. People love them. They just put it in their water bottle, but I've had a lot of clients tell me, "Oh, I'm using the Liquid IV," or "Oh, no, I'm staying hydrated," because I'll ask them a lot of questions about their water consumption and hydration, especially during the summer months, and especially even more if they're doing outdoor activities. And I didn't even realize I never really dove deep into the label on Liquid IV, but to be honest with you, it's pretty crappy. And I just wanted to briefly talk about this, why I think it's crappy, and what other alternatives are out there that are going to be better for you. So I have the label pulled up here. Sure, I'm sure they taste great. They probably taste really great with 11 grams of added sugar. I have no problem, honestly, even with added sugars, depending on when you're going to use them. If you're going to use them during a workout, before a workout, honestly, it's like jet fuel for a fighter jet. It's really, really good. But if you're trying to control your calorie intake or you're trying to lose body fat, that's an absolute waste of calories. You don't need that added sugar. Like I said, I'm sure it tastes good. The other thing I notice on the label is it actually doesn't really contain any minerals. Very, very few minerals. It has a little bit of potassium in there, but it's primarily comprised of B vitamins, which is the niacin, the B6, and the B12. It's got a little vitamin C, and then a little pantothenic acid, which is like phosphoric acid, which is common in electrolyte supplements. Now, no sodium, which is probably one of the most important minerals for hydration, as it helps with fluid balance outside of the cells. So when you're training, you need almost extra sodium, especially if you're going to be sweating a lot and drinking a lot of water. The other thing I noticed is the potassium dose is a little bit low, but it has no magnesium, it has no zinc, no calcium, no chloride, and those are the other minerals that are just going to be vital for actually helping with fluid retention, fluid balance inside and outside of the cells, muscle fatigues, cramps. So I'm not here to say that the other things don't help with hydration. They kind of make your muscles and stuff work a little bit more optimal in environments like that. But as far as retaining fluids and balancing those fluids properly, you got to have the minerals. So let's go over to kind of the gold standard, like what you could be using. And this goes back to my college football days where they used to give us this, the day before games, then during games. But then you'll also see a lot of endurance athletes utilizing stuff like this. But Pedialyte, it's the gold standard in electrolyte drinks. And what does it have? Sodium, chloride, and potassium. They also have some zinc in there. Now, zinc plays a smaller role in hydration, but it does play a role, which is another mineral. This one has no added sugars. So again, the 11 grams of sugar just seems kind of unnecessary when you can get the same, if not better, out of something else. So Pedialyte, I'd call that the gold standard. I mean, this is just what pro teams, this is what college teams, even high school teams at this point keep this on stock. Yes, they drink Gatorade too. The Gatorade is more, I would say, for the sugar content and energy, which can in lieu help with hydration, but it's not as important as minerals. So that's why they also will be using stuff like this. Like I said, endurance athletes, Olympians, they all use this stuff, and there's a reason. So stop using crappy stuff you see at the grocery store like Liquid IV. I'm sure it tastes good. It might make you feel a little bit better, but it's not your best option. Now, another option that I personally really like was from Project One. Yes, they are. I am somewhat sponsored by them or whatever, but they actually make really, really good products, guys. Like, look at the calcium, the magnesium, the chloride, the sodium, and potassium content. It's much, much higher. It also has coconut water concentrate in it, which is also known to aid in hydration. The other thing we'll notice, no sugars. Okay, it's just literally 1 gram, and that's probably just from your natural flavors. Now, price-wise, honestly, this is going to be cheaper because it's not in those little individual packs. But I wanted to bring this up, just post this video. Hopefully you learn a little bit from it. Comment below if you have any further questions on electrolytes or what you should be using for hydration. It's Coach Johnny. Talk to you soon.